Hi, this is Margaret Byrd and welcome to Color Quest, and welcome back to a final look at all of the different prints that we were able to make with the silver dollar eucalyptus. This is going to be a short video today. I just wanted us to look at all of the different prints together so you might be able to take a look at them and say, I think I want to try that one out. So let's get straight to it and start looking at what beauty the eucalyptus leaf has given us over the past many weeks. So as with all natural dye processes, the two most important factors that you have to consider is the fiber that you're going to use, as well as the pre-treatment of mordants. Both of these can create a very different final result no matter what you are doing with your natural dye materials. In these videos, we are looking at silk as a protein fiber, which is always a star in botanical printing, as well as cotton, which is a cellulose fiber and tends to be more difficult to work with. For the mordants, we've looked at alum, oak gall tannin, as well as iron powder. And each one of these, as well as a combination of them, can make a difference as well. So over the past several weeks, we had 4 different videos that we looked at each one of these as individuals, and then we even looked at a process of using blankets, which can combine some of these mordants together. Now, tannin and iron are an incredible combination that can bring about black hues and grays, and they can really enhance your prints. And so we just played around with all of those. You can go back and watch each one of those videos if you want to see exactly what we did in order to utilize those mordants individually and combined, and the results that we got using eucalyptus on the 2 different fiber types. And here we have all of the silk pieces together. When you see them this way, you really get an indication of how varied they can be based upon the different processes. So let's start off, as we saw before, looking at simply using an alum mordant on our fiber. We got these really beautiful vibrant yellow prints. Alum is an acidic mordant and can brighten colors. Then we went to a tannin base. And the tannin brought about more of an orangish color, as well as a slightly subdued print on silk. We had some interactions there with iron, but that happens. Oh well. Then, of course, we had the piece where we pre-treated our silk in iron itself, and we got these incredible prints with the black interactions of the tannin of the leaves, and it just came out to be a very spectacular print. Then these last 2 were our blanket processes, where we treated one with an tannin and then used an iron blanket on top, as well as one where we treated the fibers with iron first and then used a tannin blanket on top. And you can see how very different those came out from the rest. Silk first, because the results are always so amazing. Let's move on to the cotton. And here are the cotton pieces. As you can see, they're much more faint compared to the silk. But it's great to try it out and see the differences, and then to work maybe on finding the right combination for cotton. Here is the piece that we started with an alum mordant. We did get some pretty prints, although faint. And when we moved on to tannin, they became even fainter. We had some bleeding going on within this process here in the steam pot, so it really got a lot of eucalyptus dye with very faint prints, but we got some. Then of course, the winner always is the iron. It looks really spectacular here on this cotton piece. We got those beautiful interactions with the tannin of the leaves and the iron of the mordant. Then we had our two blankets. And these are always so pretty because we've got that interaction going on in the background with the tannin and iron. This one being the piece that was pre-treated first with tannin, and then an iron blanket was used over the top. We folded that so we got a difference on both sides because one had more time touching the blanket itself. So we got some darker prints. And then this was the piece that was the iron pre-treated target fiber with the tannin blanket on top. And look at some of those absolutely exquisite prints, including the stems. Plus, I love the background that we get with that. Get these beautiful speckled spots of darkness. So you can really play around with that. And although it doesn't quite work as well as with the silk, it still can be a really beautiful way to bring prints into your world with cotton. And then just for fun, I thought it would be cool to look at the silk ribbon pieces that I just threw in with each one. Now I'm missing the alum based one, which looked very similar to the tannin piece, just brighter yellow. But I mean, look at these where we brought in iron and then we used the blankets. We did get some exact prints on that where there was an iron pre-treatment on the fiber itself on its own. And then just these beautiful, more abstract variations. So see that you can really do some fun and interesting things, even just combining the different mordants and playing around with folding the fibers and just bundling them up. You can get some really beautiful abstract designs doing the same thing with these beautiful echo prints. So tell me, do you have a favorite? I am always partial to iron, always, 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 but I love how you have that difference, whether you use tannin first or iron first. It's just such an incredible thing about nature and how they come together and can create true, true magic. Now, next week on Color Quest, I'm going to be taking you on a little voyage, and that is a transatlantic sail. Now, what am I going to do with natural color while I'm on the seas? You'll have to tune in next week on Color Quest to find out. It's going to be pretty magical. Have a great week, and I can't wait to see you on the Atlantic next Friday. Hi. This is me doing the voiceover piece, and you're seeing me as I am most of the time.